as hell.
Yeah, definitely. I think more could possibly be done to make it so that these the weekly matches have more of an impact. Like maybe making it a 6-man playoff instead, so that there is an incentive to do really well in those weekly races. But even as they are now, I don't think it's a huge problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're off and running. I nearly forgot to swap over to the right layout, but I did remember to start my timer. So it's the little victories, you know. It's the little victories. We're there. We're off and running. Early blood shop. Oh, plate mail and a grenade charm. Spoody gonna buy both. That's a really strong start.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So both of them read that 1-1 totally differently. Joe went straight to the right, didn't even think about left, and Spoody went straight to the left. Joe got a trapdoor. Spoody got
Joe got a trapdoor.
Blood shop.
Ink
Yep,
got a
Joe
trapdoor.
got the. Oh, that's not Joe.
That's not Joe. But
So Incnone got
yes,
the spear and the trapdoor.
Yeah, he's gonna have to restart actually. Going down to a monkey. Oh, and taking a hit in the trapdoor room there.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be doing. And all the while, Spoody has amassed a quite frankly ridiculous Zone 1 build after Bob breaking open those barrels.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. So 2 grenades. He's got a Crown of Thorns. He's got a Titanium Heart, which is now doing 3 damage thanks to that Ring of Might. So it'll be interesting to see just how long he runs this harp. I know some of the top tier guys, I can't remember exactly who it was discussing it, but they are fans of the harp. They know it can be really strong.
Shaq is the big harp fan. I personally really like it as well, especially in Zone 4. I think it's like really strong, and with 3 damage, I think you're just running this till the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna bomb for peace,
or you're
though.
gonna take the piece. Okay, at this point, I think he can definitely consider swapping off.
Yeah, I think at this point, I personally wouldn't be too happy running a 2 damage harp. So I think you are probably going to see that swap here from Spoody. Ink, he's going to definitely be wanting to swap. Still running this base spear. It is Coral Rift, so he doesn't have a quicker fight because he doesn't have any bombs. So that's going to cost him. So no chance to make up any ground.
Nope, you're probably going to see them leave on about... Spoody should be leaving a bit earlier.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's really not going to be much at all. In fact, it looks like Ink is a couple of beats ahead.
Yeah. He got a favourable teleport there from Coral Rift, but it's not going to matter too much.
Oh,
what's going to matter is...
that's just gross. A blood
what's in
whip.
that black chest.
Yeah, not what you want. The flip side is at least for Ink, he does have a 2 damage spear. Spoody's still running the harp, which, whilst it's 2 damage, it is a dagger range weapon still, so it can be a little bit spooky.
Yeah, it's something that's definitely more of a worry. It's definitely less of a worry the higher you go in the tiers. I think when you're in Blood tier, you absolutely would take the 2 damage spear over the 2 damage harp if given the choice.
Oh, easily, yeah.
But harp is actually like a very fast weapon if you use it right, and spear gets really slow when you just want to be walking past things.
Exactly, it's because of that extra range you do find yourself getting caught on things. There's a rat familiar as well. Spoody was saying in his race with Stake that the rat familiar actually cost him quite a lot of time when he was running that electric dagger. So I think he is still generally a fan of it. You can see he's popped it here. It should make relatively quick work of the steep blues.
It does. It definitely does. Just save you tons of time, but you have to be on constant alert that you're not gonna just screw something up with it because it's so easy. It's so easy to get to pixie yourself or to do anything else, and this is going to be a huge chest for Incnone.
Yeah, this is massive for Ink. So, well, Spoody does have that Ring of Peace, which makes his mini-bosses a lot easier. This 3 damage axe for Incnone is just unreal. Oh, there's 3 bombs up there. Yep, you're going to go and see him grab them. So spend a little bit of extra time. Definitely worth it. For 3 bombs, absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Spoody did something that, it's not really a huge thing, but we might as well talk about some of the efficiencies that makes these races Crystal tier and not Obsidian tier. So he gets into a little bit of a sticky situation on this 3-2, bit of a swamp, so he digs, and then he sits himself in the corner, and then he just hits everything as it comes through this little ladder box.
Yeah, because a lot of the time you'll notice in Zone 3, like, Skeleton Knights are the nasty enemies. If you don't have enough damage to take off their shields, you're gonna have to hit them from the sides. So Spoody just, at this point, he has that awareness. Dig yourself a little hole, hide in it. Oh, don't take a hit from Fortissimo though. Has to be Fortissimo 3 as well. It's always Fortissimo 3.
Goodness.
Yeah, this this Zone 3 is not the nicest.
Just both of them been given a run around. Ink is, you're probably going to see Ink start to pull ahead with this 3 damage over the 2 damage, I think, because Peace is going to become less valuable as the run goes on.
Yeah, especially like once you hit Zone 5. So once you hit Zone 5, it really kind of falls off a cliff, and in Zone 4, it's not doing a huge amount. But those Boots of Pain are a really nice find for Spoody.
That is really nice. That's gonna basically turn this axe into almost like a rapier with the extra hits on the side.
Yeah, Ink isn't even going to open the same Conjurer that Spoody did to get those. So, taking a big hit there. He does have a potion, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, a floor behind.
In that arena, he went for the Scroll of Need and just used it straight away. So he used it because he was on half a heart.
Yeah.
Sorry. Used it straight away, got himself a potion. It was very slow, so he had to do a 1 damage spear, or no, it was a 2 damage spear arena. But he opted to do that over taking that 3 damage heart, which is what Spoody did.
Yeah, okay, Ink gonna get his heart transplant here. Again, he is behind by a bit of floor, but he's fighting DM4 right now.
So DM is the last boss. If Ink sees that Spoody's fighting that, he's probably going to use the transplant on 5-1. I think it's probably. Yeah, and that's where Spoody uses it. If it was Coral Riff,
then you're going to use it on the actual boss, yeah.
But Coral Riff has been already, so.
Yeah, just scrolls galore for Spoody. He's going to take the Gigantism. I think that's probably the right call. He does have plenty of health, so not really concerned for him, especially with that plate mail backing him up. Ink is on to 5-1.
Oh, that's a pretty... Actually, that is a very big find for Spoody right there in that shot. Going to net himself a Blast Helm, and that's going to be +3 bombs, and they're also going to be doing 6 damage. Yeah,
that is huge. That's his Necrodancer fight sorted, and then he gets down onto 5-3 just as Ink gets down onto 5-2. Ink going to grab that same Blast Helm. So these guys they're close, but it looks like Spoody might just have this. It could be, if Spoody gets some really bad Necrodancer teleports or lures, then it could be Ink's, but it's going to be super close. Ink thankfully has the extra bombs to try and push through here, and that's what he has to do. Really spooky situation.
Gorgeous 5-3. He handled it so well. That 3 damage on the axe really, really showing its benefits. Just making things slightly quicker, but he is still a dead ringer behind.
Yeah.
And Spoody's looking super safe here.
Yeah, and this is a dead ringer. Manages to pull it off pretty well. So 1 hit down on the Necrodancer for Spoody so far. There's number 2. It might be just too little too late. These teleports are pretty decent. Yeah, there you go. Spoody's gonna put a point on the board here with a really fast run, an 8:31.
Incnone just 4 hits behind. A very, very tight race the whole way through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of them just keeping toe to toe, even with build differences.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that early death, Ink would have had it. And in fact, Spoody was pretty lucky that he found that Blast Helm as well, because otherwise that's a totally different race.
Yeah, Spoody used a lot more bombs because he found the grenade charm, remember, and Incnone didn't. So Incnone either found a lot more bombs,
yeah,
or just used a lot more, or didn't use as many even.
But yeah, the combination of that early death and then that Blast Helm on the early death for Incnone and the Blast Helm on 5-2 really helping Spoody out there. But he is up 1-0. So looking to seal his place in the end of season playoffs with another win here. Incnone has got to win 2 in a row.
Well, I have it on good authority that Incnone wins, so we're gonna see.
So
we're gonna see whether or not it's the truth.
So it might just be straight up rigged.
I would like to point out that the CoNDOR Season 5 Google Docs sheet does say tire breakers rather than tie breakers.
Does it say tire breakers? Oh, fantastic. Welcome to me frantically typing earlier. There we go. We're back to tie breakers instead of tire breakers.
Alright, well, one of them's got the seed in. It's not Joe, it's Incnone, I think. And,
yeah, still waiting for
maybe
Spoody.
Spoody taking a breather. So taking a break.
He's just having a friendly chat.
Yeah. Probably just talking negatively about himself and what he did wrong in the race.
I mean, it's what you got to do. You got to self-analyze quite a lot.
Absolutely. You don't get to become the level of just gamer god that Spoody is at without being self-critical. You have to know what you did wrong and know how to fix it for next time.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you're just going to be stuck in a vicious cycle of Zone 1 deaths, and no one wants that.
Never. Never ever. But we're going to be off and running here. So Spoody off a fraction of a second for Inc. Spoody is up 1-0. So...
Oh, Insta Summoner, that's not what you want.
Yeah, you do not want that early Conjurer. It's 100 gold to conjure something, so that's basically 2 bombs on the walls, and you're not going to get anything good because it's 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, you can conjure Shovel, you can conjure... I don't conjure Shovel, but you can conjure Armor. Even then, it's probably leather, maybe it's Obsidian.
Okay, now we got a race on our hands. That's a bit better. So the 1-2 Bloodshot, Obsidian Axe for both of these guys. It's not a broadsword, but it's a little bit better. Going in this trapdoor in 1-2 for both of them. Looks like Inc is a couple of beats ahead.
Obsidian Axe probably currently hailed as the best weapon in the game.
Oh man, no bombs.
Okay, this is a seed. This is a seed.
This is definitely a seed. Inc's gonna hit it anyway, actually.
Yeah,
oh, that's interesting. So Inc's gonna get
himself a shovel.
Yeah, so gonna get himself an obsidian shovel. We're gonna see some seed divergence here as well in terms of layouts and items.
Yeah, let's not forget space being space.
Yeah, space doing space things. But this is interesting. I wonder if this is a tactical play from Inc. Just because he knows that Spoody will be screen watching, so just completely taking that out of the equation.
Yeah.
That's a really, really interesting play.
I think you do it. I think if I'm doing it more for the shovel than anything else, because I think a lot of people underestimate a shovel and how useful it can be. So, there's a chance that one of these Zone 2 layouts is just going to be, it's going to ask you to dig through a level 2 wall, and Spoody can't do that. He has to bomb through.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I mean, bomb could be the bomb that wins you the race when you can do the Necrodancer and your opponent's stuck touching buttons.
Exactly, and I mean, we saw earlier there were some, I think it was in a Stakes race, where there was that Zone 4 level, and at the start it was just Tier 2 walls everywhere.
Yeah, especially with Zone 4 and things like goo getting in your way. You just want to have the versatility of being able to break any wall you want, and not just the ones the game tells you can. Exactly.
Okie doke. So Inc a little bit ahead here, despite Spoody for a brief second pulling ahead, getting down onto 2-3. It is Fortissimo 2, so no Fortissimo 3 this time around. That's always nice to see, because it's the worst. It's just the worst. Let's have a little look here. Shield spell. Spoody is going to do the same.
He's probably going to grab that. I think even if he's screen watching, he probably sees that and he thinks, yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a Ring of Peace for Incnone, because space is an awful, awful shrine.
flip side, Spoody did get an immediate trapdoor.
Yeah, that's gonna be a flaw that he's gonna save time on, whereas Incnone's gonna be saving time for the
on
rest
his
of
bosses
race.
for the rest of the run. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, just everything.
It's one of these little quirky things about how space works.
Oh, he's not realizing there that he could have just moved forward there and used the axe to cleave the Yeti, but it's gonna lose him a bit of time there. And now dropping his multiplier and just getting hit by the beetle.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to do. A rare mistake from a gamer god. But
He does make
Spoody
them,
is doing
like
really
the rest of
well.
us.
Okay, so it's a Ring of Frost in this chest. We'll see.
So this is
It should still be the same. It should still be the same for Spoody. Yeah, there you
Ring
go.
of Peace wasn't taken on pull or anything.
Yeah.
So, this is going to alleviate the problem that space just gave Incnone an enormous boon, whereas Spoody didn't get it. Because now he has a ring of his own.
Exactly, and it is a really good ring. I mean, you're two hitting anything, which is going to be really nice, especially if you drop your multiplier. Like with obsidian weapons, the Ring of Frost really does kind of come into its own, because in those rare awful situations where you do drop your multiplier, you're not totally useless.
Using his fireball well, Majo would be proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Using his spells to full effect. Okay, there's peace for Spoody. He's going to swap out here. I think that's the right decision.
Eventually, I would definitely agree with you. I don't think that Frost is.
It's not
very
fast enough.
Nice how it interacts with Obsidian, but it's definitely only really that good when you've got low damage.
Exactly.
And even then, it's still a lot slower than just having the damage to one-shot everything. That's
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
beat per enemy you're going to save.
And again, it's one of these things, we did talk about it in the last race. Peace isn't doing like a monumental amount for you once you hit zone 5, but it's not doing an insignificant amount either. Oh, this is an awful exit.
Oh, this 4-3, this 4-3, these golems, you need to just... Yeah, okay. He's got it together, he's kept it together. And it's going to be a Conga, which is going to be an Ozuma. I would expect one.
I would be surprised if it wasn't. Yeah, there you go. You're going to see the Ozuma strat here.
Yeah.
Oh! What?
Oh,
what did he
goodness,
do?
He messed it up.
That was
he missed a beat too early, I think. So Conga got off the throne on the same beat. He placed the bomb, which meant that he ran out of the bomb blast radius.
Yeah, so no actual Ozuma for Spoody there. So Ink with a 1 floor lead. About to be 2 floors. Ink is down on to 5-3.
So the reason that Peace in 5-3 is not that in Zone 5 is not that impactful is because it works on a per room basis, and at this level you are going to be opening exactly 2 rooms. In Zone 5, for the most part, you're going to be opening the corridor and you're going to be opening the boss room.
Yeah, exactly. Every now and then
So
you
it's
might
gonna
open another
very
room,
little.
but it's not going to be. Oh, he did do it fine.
because-
Conga 4 has 5 HP. You guys are quite right. I'm SMHing at myself.
Have I played? So Steve
Have you
says
played
I
this
have
game?
600 hours in this game, but I think it's wrong.
Yeah,
Because how would you not know
I
that
get that
with 6
feeling
minutes?
all the time.
Okay, so Necrodancer is out, and Dead Ringer is gonna be
Pretty straightforward
going
for
down for
Spoody.
Spoody just as we speak.
Yeah, Ink does have 3 hits down on Necrodancer. So it looks like this one should be tied up. Doesn't look like it's going to be the sub 7 unless he gets... No, not quite the sub 7, which would have been unreal, but this time it's still absolutely nuts. So a
Give a man
702...
Obsidian Axe, you give
Yeah.
him a piece. Imagine if he had a bomb for that Shrine of Space. Imagine. The
Exactly.
minus cap on top of that.
Just crazy. But a 702 in game from Ink, that's a statement of intent.
For those of you who aren't really used to DLC times, it's sort of, with the metric we sort of go with is plus a minute. So that could sort of be considered on par with a 6-minute time from before DLC, but you've got to bear in mind, along with that the axe has been added, right? Yes, Biddy, you didn't get a very fortunate situation there. I would have hit the shrine in your position, but it's not really. So, whether or not Spoody had a little bit of an unfortunate encounter with that Shrine of Space and the Shrine of Peace that Incnone got because of it, we are going to get to see a third race as a result, so...
Yeah, exactly. We are tied at 1 here, so the winner of this is going to clinch a place in the end-of-season playoffs. So there's plenty on the line here. We're going to be getting off and running in any second. There we go. So against Spoody, just a fraction of a second before Ink.
Oh, the base whip.
Yeah, you can just skip that.
I think you can take it, actually.
I don't think... No, that's definitely wrong. How does a man get into Crystal Tier with an opinion like you can take the base whip?
I actually unironically think the base whip is not awful there.
Someone
It's
get this man
probably
out of my booth. Get out of my booth. How dare you? How dare you come in here and spread this garbage all over the place? How dare you, sir?
I am sorry.
I mean, yeah, okay, it's possible to take the whip. You can definitely doing it. The actual game allows you to take the whip, but you never ever should there.
I would have taken it if it was gold.
I mean, I still think that's also awful, but oh. Anyway, moving on from my co-commentator having some of the worst opinions I've ever heard.
Well, you had Oblivion in earlier, so...
He was in for one race. He didn't have enough time to meme it up.
Okay.
But, yeah, these guys are both down onto Death Metal 1. Ink found the Glass Shrine on 1-3, so Glass Dagger and Shovel for him. Both of these guys running that Lucky Charm as well. Got that nice and early.
Yeah, you're probably going to see Spoody use his bomb here because, yep, there it is for the quick Death Metal.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to do it early. Oh, getting Squega-suited. Spoody's not going to notice before he opens the chest.
Oh
no.
So this is the walk of shame.
Oh.
Incnone is happy. This is turned that glass shrine find into being basically just a glass shovel. And now it's a glass shovel and a glass dagger for another zone.
Yeah, exactly.
They were both looking to switch off of that weapon.
Exactly, that's exactly what you want to do that early, but no joy, both of these guys getting Squega-suited. There's the sunglasses as well, if you want them, get that extra bit of damage. Ink's going to grab them. 3 bombs in a barrel as well.
Spoody.
Yeah, that's going to save Spoody a lot of time.
If he finds them, will be huge. Yeah, and he is going to find them. Just has to not get hit by the purple mushroom.
Yeah.
That will do well.
Not going to open the barrel. He does already have 6 bombs, so not too concerned about wasting time. There is a cracked wall there at the bottom of 2-3. It would be interesting to see what that is. See whether Spoody checks it. Might just want to keep on motoring.
Maybe
nope, going to check it. It's an arena.
Jack can tell us. Oh, okay.
Ooh, obs long. Okay, that's it's not great. It's not super fast, but between 2 and 4 damage is fine. I'm going to get a titanium broadsword at the boss.
So I prefer Incnone's weapon by quite an amount, actually. I think I definitely want that 3 damage broadsword over the variable damage longsword.
That's fair. I think the longsword is helped a lot by the fact that he does have the sunglasses as well.
And the ring of piercing to go with it.
Okay, this is nice. This is a really nice find for Spoody now.
Meanwhile, Incnone loses his glass shovel, so there goes that benefit of the glass shrine. He would have had a faster Necrodancer and also an easier Zone 4, as we've talked about.
Yeah, because some of those walls in Zone 4 can just be a pain in the ass. There's some lead boots, that's a nice find. On
for
this
sure,
3-2.
those are really nice. Even if it's just like one floor they make a difference, that's still super worthwhile.
Yeah, Spoody gonna find them as well. Looked like a little bit of RTMP strats there, just kind of passing by the room and then going back to it. Oh, Ring of Shadows, you do not want that. You put that down.
There's a very big difference between a Shrine of Darkness and a Ring of Shadows, for those who don't know.
Ah, yeah, sorry. I am one of these people who mixes up the terminology quite a lot.
Not just in name, but in what they do.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Where you can definitely take that Shrine of Darkness every time. But
the Ring of Shadows you take
Shadows on its own
rarely.
It's not going to give you a map, and it's not going to remove torches. It's just going to leave enemies aggroing on you.
And you can't see them.
And you can't see them, and you can't see the exit, and you have no idea what you're doing. And in Zone 3, you actually just walk in random directions until you find the exit.
Yeah, it's really brutal in Zone 3. These guys
But he
are
had a chance to go kill it. There we go. He's going to finish up this exit run.
Oh,
oh, no!
Oh, that's a nasty death to take from that ogre. Think could have moved down.
Just juking that club, and Incnone just got caught.
Yeah, Zam, RTMP strat is what we refer to as, like, because the RTMP delay is like 2 or 3 seconds. That's all it means when we say RTMP strat.
Yeah.
So, like, you can use it to see, oh, my opponent got something bad in the black chest, maybe I'll check purple instead.
So Spoody has noticed his build is phenomenally good for slow play.
Yeah, this is great. Like, he already had a build that it wasn't super fast, but it was probably tanky enough that you could throw yourself into some of the spookier situations. Okay, he really wants into this oh, it's the transmog. Let's see, I imagine Shovel. Gonna go for headpiece as well. That's fair. Oh, that's a really nice find. So the Shovel of Big Digs, as it should be officially known, by the way. I'm quite disappointed. But the Shovel of Strength, +1 damage, and doesn't really matter in Zone 4 quite as much. It does take away a lot of walls, but in the earlier zones you will just see huge swathes of walls disintegrate. But definitely nicer to deal with in Zone 4.
Dispatching his second ogre.
Yeah, just with no problem at all.
A nicer situation that time. Usually it's the 4-3 exit room we talk about, but that time the 4-1 exit room was the one that really gave Incnone trouble, and Spoody as well. So going to do this Conga 4. Friendly reminder that this boss has 5 health, and I would be very surprised if anyone in the commentary booth didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're professionals. We would never
imagine
make a mistake
either
like
running CoNDOR or being in Crystal Tier and not knowing that.
Exactly. Simply implausible.
Yeah.
But Spoody now down onto 5-1. Inc doing his best to kind of push on the run back. He does have a ring of regen. Must have got that from the Zone 2 purple chest, I imagine. But it's a big ask to catch Spoody now.
Yeah, I imagine that was his boss chest. It seems unlikely that you would go for that Squaker suit knowing you're behind and knowing you need something to push. He was hoping for courage. He was hoping for maybe freeze spell. And looks like Spoody's going to take peace. I don't agree with that at all. I would keep piercing. Like, definitely.
I don't hate
That's
it.
going to make devils and orcs so much easier.
This is true, but ultimately at this point he does have pretty much all the time in the world, and it does give him a less spooky Necrodancer fight.
I agree with it. Because Necrodancer wasn't thinking about the spawns. The peace will affect spawns. You're no longer going to be spawned on by red dragons and purple minotaurs. It's just going to be green dragons and red minotaurs, which is a lot easier to deal with.
Absolutely, yeah. Because, I mean, the new Necrodancer fight can get pretty out of hand pretty quickly if you get some nasty spawns. So, just at this point, all Spoody has to do is play it safe, and that's the best choice for doing it.
And he's certainly not going too slowly either while he does it.
Yeah, no. Going to check this cracked wall here. It is just a Shriner.
Ideally. because that would make Dead Ringer safer. Either bombs or a blood shovel would probably be nice, I think. It would make the fight safer.
Okay. So 5-3 for Spoody. Again, he really doesn't have many concerns. Ink is doing really well on this pushback now. He's got a titanium broadsword, quartz armor. He's got those lead boots again. And he's just jumping down to zone 3 boss. But Spoody at this point with his 5 full heart containers and his
heavy plate.
Yeah. Well, and his regular plate.
Plus a helm.
Plus a helm. So okay, and plus the helm. Okay. You're quite right.
Heavy plate, right?
But yeah, with 2 hearts, he's in a nice situation here. There's courage in the Dead Ringer chest. I really would like to see the Dead Ringer chest change to like either here are some bombs or here's some food.
I think that would be a very, very good change.
Yeah, like I understand why the chests are normal, but yeah. Okay, here we go. So Necrodancer fight for Spoody. 2 hits down.
Very, very nice teleports and very good luring to go with them.
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone is going to be good at luring, it's going to be Spoody. That was a really, really quick Necrodancer.
That was the fastest Necrodancer I've ever seen.
ever in the history of this game.
Without leaping, I don't think I've seen a faster Necrodancer. That was unbelievably good.